it's the kid David. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We back again with another video. We breaking down Stephen A. Smith. Video. Just today we're gonna focus on who LeBron James beat to get to the NBA Finals 2007 because the rules of Stephen A. Smith. We gotta expose these guys that's making $100 million contracts that don't give us criteria and don't really know what they're saying and just be on TV talk. So we gotta make sure people that's independent YouTubers and people out there in the real world see what's going on.
I think Kobe was a killer. God rest his soul. The brother he'd be somebody that he'd give it to you. And not to say that he didn't play defense, obviously, you know, in his prime, he was an elite defender. The flip side to it, however, is that when you're playing with Shaq,
we heard that album
and the rest of the crew, and then ultimately Gasol and Bynum and the rest of the crew, you have.
I want to ask Stephen A. Smith, who was injured by him, who was Paul Gasol before they joined with Kobe. I want to know why they get thrown out there and Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving don't get thrown out there. I'm just trying to understand that. Why Tristan Thompson they don't get? Tristan Thompson was more valuable to the Lakers than anybody. Anybody was in foul trouble, getting 5 fouls in 7 minutes. It was hurt. Badly played minutes and through all the whole finals run. He was a non-factor.
Had a clue. When you struggled, you really
Here we go.
struggled.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was never LeBron.
Wow.
See, when you look at LeBron took their team to
not gonna bring up none of the Hall of Fame.
Get swept by San Antonio, but you saw what he did. Everywhere he's been, teams have elevated. So you can't take that away.
That's what we needed. That's all the soundbite we needed. So he said everywhere he went, like he didn't build super teams everywhere he went. Besides the first time he was drafted in Cleveland the first 7 years, and we're going to talk about that today. We're going to focus and harp on that. LeBron James was the second seed in the East that year, 50 and 32, or 50 and 32, something like that. The number one seed won 53 games that year. Detroit Pistons, right? So the 2 seed has to play the 7 seed. The 7 seed was the Washington Wizards, Gilbert Arenas. He was on that team. He was the nigga that choked, couldn't make free throw when LeBron walked by him, right? I don't know if that series or the series before that, or the year before that. One of them series, right? But Gilbert still lost. Gilbert Arenas was 41 and 41. If you don't, for people at home that they failed their math class, they don't understand. 41 and 41 wins, 82 games in the season. That is a even 500 record. He was a 500 ball club, meaning you average team. That's what, in the second round. Shout out to Chris Bosh, who had the third seed, with winning games. Unlike, and won a playoff series. Unlike Paul Gasol that we try to compare Paul to Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh won a playoff series. But Chris Bosh get knocked out by Jason Kidd. Why we don't bring up Jason Kidd making it to the back-to-back finals with the team he had? Kenyon Martin and fucking Richard Jefferson. People like that. And Kittles. Why we don't talk about that team? Jason Kidd, 6'5" point guard, made it to the back-to-back finals. Maybe because East was trash. Why we don't talk about Allen Iverson with the Dikembe Mutombo and fucking Egg Snow? But we talk about LeBron James, $2.7. Like it's something special. It's not special. Anyway, you beat the 41 and 41 New Jersey Nets. For the people at home again, let me explain to you what 41 and 41 mean. It's an average ball club. It's 500 record. Kobe Bryant, that year, 06-07, the year LeBron made it to the finals. Kobe Bryant was 42 and 40 in the Wild West as a 7 seed. He was 42 and 40. The last 2 seasons in the West that year was 42 and 40. The Steven Jackson, I believe Warriors beat the 67 win, 52 wins. Dallas Maverick team. So if Kobe would have got that team, he probably would have won. He probably got the first round, but he faced it. Steve Nash, Morris Stoudemire, Sean Marion. Let's go on. Lonzo Bosa. Stoudemire. Oh man, dog of a team, right? Lost the series in 5 again. 42 and 40. Kobe Bryant probably that's a better record than both teams that LeBron James beat just to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. You put LeBron James in the East. He's a 6 seed. He becomes a 6 seed. Oh no, I'm sorry. He becomes a 5 seed. He's a 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. He gotta play the 4 seed, knock them off. I forgot who the 4th seed at the time. He would have beat them. Then he would probably face LeBron in the second round, knock him out, and then face Detroit. That'd have been a tough thing with Kwame Brown and Switchblock and Luke Walton. But I believe he could have got that. And then he played the Spurs. We know what he did to the Spurs. He's the Spurs killer. So we know what he did. 4-2 record gets him in the playoffs. Averaging over 28 points a night against him. So we know what Kobe. Matter of fact, the following season, LeBron gets swept, averaged 22 points a night. It's not about LeBron James. I mean, Stephen A. He got swept by the Spurs because he wasn't ready to be there. I mean, he wasn't supposed to be there because, the teams in the East was ass. He made it there because he wasn't supposed to be there because the Eastern Conference is a different conference than the Wild Wild West. hints to say the why he got a 4-6 record in the finals. But people, but that doesn't ring off to people. It doesn't ring off to LeBron made all these finals and all this, but it doesn't ring off that he's I don't lose a record in the finals. Why might be if I have a bad record in the NBA finals, because the finals, if you have to play against a West Coast team, don't that sound like, oh, this nigga playing in a different conference? The conference was totally different. But if you switch Kobe, put Kobe in the East, Kobe make it to the NBA finals with that team. Kobe, the tear Kobe was on in a different conference than the Western Conference, playing in the East, he would have made it to the NBA finals, and who knows, he probably would have beat the Spurs. He probably would have beat the Spurs. Because the Suns just had a matchup for him at that time. They just Sean Murray and Mark Stoudemire were just down. They ain't had no answer for that. And Steve Nash, call me wrong, ain't had no answer. I mean, I call him wrong. Swiss Mark ain't had no answer for it. And that was just a deep team. So, and they had to you had to outscore him. So that was just a bad matchup. But if put Kobe in the East, he's going to make it to the NBA Finals in 2007. And he has a great chance of upsetting the San Antonio Spurs, because that's what Kobe Bryant do. Like I was finna say, in the West, that 42-40 win team that Kobe had the year prior didn't add nobody to the team. But at the trade deadline, there was number one in the West. It was already 30. He didn't play 25 games with them. Paul Gasol. He wasn't an All-Star that year. They get him in February. They make it to the NBA Finals. They beat Tim Duncan. Kobe averaged 29, 52% shooting, I think 34% from three and 88% from the free throw in that series. Over 50% against Tim Duncan, Bruce Bourne. Bruce Bourne was second team All-NBA the year. Tim Duncan was first. Tony Parker, mind you, he beat all them guys with no injury body. Injury body was out. That's you got to remember. That's why they traded for Paul Gasol, because injury body got hurt. They wasn't going to trade for injury body. They wasn't traded for injury. I mean, it wasn't traded for Paul Gasol for injury body no hurt. They was running the West with the same exact team. The same exact team. Remember, Kobe requested a trade, and the Andrew Bynum got better because Kobe wanted Andrew Bynum for Jason Kidd, but Jason Kidd ended up going to Dallas. He wanted Jason Kidd, but they kept Andrew. Andrew was 13 and 10 rebounds before he got hurt. Not crazy number, not an all-star. Number one in the Wild West. Everybody in the West won 50 games that year. The first time ever an 8 seed ever won 50 games. 2,085 players, Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony. Guess what Kobe Bryant did to them? Swept them. Just Kobe, Paul, and Lamar. That was three best players. Like Kobe Bryant, Paul, and Lamar. None of them all-stars. Ran through the West. Beat the team that LeBron got swept by. They swept LeBron James because they said, hey, LeBron James. Robert Ory on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube. Everybody know LeBron can't shoot. We all know the stats. He's 10 out of 9 feet. He's 37% from the field for his whole 22-year career. He's terrible. He's not a professional shooter. For a professional basketball player, he's not really good at shooting the basketball. This is what it is. Robert Ory on tape saying it was easy. We try to get to the paint, build the wall, double team, triple team him, go on the screen. He wanted a jump shooter. Made him shoot jump shots. Couldn't make it. We whooped the ass. We swept him. Played against Kobe the next year. Kobe is hunting down Tim Duncan. Bruce Bourne is second team all defense, the primary defender, and Kobe Bryant is calling screen and roll to get Tim Duncan in the picture. And Tim Duncan, the best rim protector ever won I think most all defensive team selection ever. Tim Duncan, that's Tim Duncan in his prime. Not 2014 Tim Duncan, not an all-star winning the championship against LeBron in the Heat. Tim Duncan in his prime, just coming off a championship, all-star, all-NBA in his prime. Kobe is working in there like he should be on the floor with Kobe. That Kobe Bryant. And I don't understand the audacity of Stephen A. Smith, dumbass, to get on TV and talk about it. I for the life of me. For the life of me. Look at the Eastern Conference. The very next year in the East, LeBron James wins the East. He beats a 39, the first round. He beats a 39-win Detroit Pistons team with Allen Iverson. 39-win team in the first round. It's remarkable. How many 30 wins? He beat them. Him and Michael Jordan beat the most under 500 teams in the playoffs. Kobe Bryant never beat a team under 500. These niggas LeBron would beat teams under 500. It was under 500 teams. Michael Jordan was making the playoffs under 500 teams in the East. That's how bad it historically East has been. It's still that. It's getting better, but it's still that. Compared, you see how the West was. The West was resorting back to Kobe West this year. It was 16 winning 50 games in the West. I think it was 5. Was it 5 or 6? It was 6. Was it? Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6 teams. I think it was 5 to 6 teams in the West that won 50 games this year. That's just the history of the West. And from the mid '90s all the way into now. Now when Magic Johnson was playing, that shit was watered down. The whole league was watered down back in the '70s, '80s. 60s, right? But 60s, 70s, 80s, the 90s, into the 94, 95, 90s, when the league got parity and teams started winning 50-game teams got better. That's when Michael Jordan was dominating both conferences. But in his heyday scoring the ball in the 80s, when he put all these stats up and get into the playoff, he was under 500, beating up on 500 teams until the 90s came. Been historically the same thing with LeBron. Even when LeBron went to the Heatles, it was beating up on 500 or under 500 teams. That's just what it was. Kobe Bryant, other hand, beat the most 50-win teams. That's just proves that right there in a nutshell. It's proves in a nutshell, and he beat the 2 8 seasons. And we're gonna make a video about that later. We're just gonna make a video about that. Kobe beat 2 8 seeds. The only 2 8 seeds ever to win 50 games. Kobe beat them. Let's put that on his resume. Like the video, comment this video. I gotta head to the gym, but I'm gonna make a video about that. On the way, follow me into the car. Like this video, hit that subscribe button for this one. I'm out.